Google Sheet is another spreadsheet owned by Google, or the company's name of, Google is owned by which company? Can anybody tell the name of the company?
Alphabet.
Alphabet, yes.
Alphabet.
Very nice, very nice. Anam Rizwan, Hassan Arif. Very good. So Alphabet actually is the owner of Google Sheets. Google Sheet and Excel. Any other software apart from these two?
LibreOffice?
Yes, LibreOffice. So in LibreOffice, that is an open software that anybody can download and install without paying subscription fees or without actually buying that software. So that is part of a movement which thinks that every software should be open source, and nobody should be forced to pay something for the software that they are using. So Libre also has its office.
So WPS sheet.
Yes. That is also one of the spreadsheet software. So the point here is that there are a lot of softwares. Most of them are proprietary softwares. Proprietary means they are owned by some company, and
licensed one. So we can say licensed.
Yes, licensed one and proprietary. These are similar words. We can use them. We cannot use them without buying them. But as far as even if we are using the full feature will not be available in those software, and if we want to use the full features, we have to purchase the licensed softwares. But as far as the office of LibreOffice is concerned, that is open software. We don't need to purchase. Okay, so this is a 2-credit course. And the focus will be on application. Application means you have to learn something by doing. So you might have with you your laptops. So I will share with you the Excel example files. You are supposed to practice those examples, those spreadsheet functions. You after learning after going through this course, you will be able to apply a lot of functionalities that are available in most of the spreadsheet softwares. And the basic function of most of the spreadsheet softwares is common. There are certain differences. Some functionality is available in one software and it's not available in other. But broadly speaking, since the purpose of all spreadsheet software is same, so in one way or the other, everything is available in each software. So in this course, you are going to learn how we can think in terms of numbers. There is a book by the name of the book is Narratives and Numbers. Narratives and Numbers, written by Aswath Damodaran. Aswath Damodaran is a very known personality in the corporate finance world. He has written a book on valuation. That book is considered as the best book on the topic of valuation. So another book he has written, the name of the book is Narratives and Numbers. So the basic point that he highlights in that book is that stories are important, but at the same time, numbers are also important. There are two kinds of people. Some people focus more on numbers, and they always try to, always talk in terms of numbers, always focus on analysis, financial, data, and then analysis, then forecasting, etc., things like that. And there is another set of people who are not very number savvy, and they are inclined towards narratives or stories. But if we combine a story along with numbers, that is the best thing that we can do. So if there is a story and there is data, there is numbers, there are numbers that can support that story, that will be best. I mean, there are some people who are living in their echo chambers. They are only focusing on numbers, and they are not trying to build a narrative. So that is also problematic. And then there are certain other types of people who are only focusing on narratives. So that will also not work. I mean, combining numbers with narrative is important. So whatever numbers are concerned, whether it is balance sheet or whether it is a profit and loss account or any other financial analysis that is required in the area of corporate finance or in the area of investment management or financial analysis, all those analyses are performed in spreadsheets. So basically, we can say that spreadsheets are a tool to think in terms of numbers, isn't it? So we can say for example, we can say that this company is very good, this is growing, the profit margin is this much, and gross margin is this much, earning before tax is this much, earning after tax is this much, the 5-year next projected earnings are this. So if we start talking about numbers, then there is a need for a spreadsheet. And if we are simply talking in like a story, like say for example, electric vehicle, the industry of electric vehicle is going to boom, and we should invest in solar panels, say for example, environment or green energy is going to become a very large industry, let us invest in so this is a narrative. But if we combine the narrative with numbers, in that case spreadsheets comes into play, into picture, and we need spreadsheets for that. A spreadsheet helps us in thinking in terms of numbers. So if we want to think in terms of numbers, we can utilize, we can take the help of spreadsheets. And similarly, spreadsheet is also used for modeling. Modeling means modeling means there are different constructs, and we want to depict the relationship between those constructs. For example, there is x, then there is y. Y is equal to a plus bx. So this is an equation, and we want to see if we change x by this much, what will be the impact on y. If we change the price by 10%, how it will impact the profit of the company, how it will impact the sales of the company. If our margin increases from 20 to 25%, how our profit will increase. So modeling is a kind of thing where there are certain different variables, and we want to identify the relationship between those variables, and we want to see if we change one variable, how it will impact another variable. So that is called a model.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Is modeling a graphical representation?
Models can be presented in terms of in the form of graphs also. Models can be presented in terms of हम जो map देखते हैं, geographical map, that is also a model. Model basically depicts the reality. Whatever is the reality, we want to present that reality in simple, presentable manner. That can be in terms of अगर कोई बड़ी बिल्डिंग है and if we are preparing a prototype of the building, proposed building, small prototype that can be showcased on a table, that is also a model. So there are different types of models, and graph is also one of the way in the form of which we can present a model. Graphical presentation is also part of modeling. So basically the point here is that if we want modeling, then spreadsheets are required. We can model with the help of spreadsheet. That is why the title of this course is spreadsheet modeling. Modeling means how we can use spreadsheets for modeling. Similarly, there are statistical functions, statistical operations that can be performed in Excel and other spreadsheets softwares. So statistics is a very broad area of study. You might have studied in your high school also, and then 11, 12. I mean, you might be aware of mean, median, mode, standard deviation.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Now Adil, you will take place.
Now Adil will lead the class.
चलो ठीक है फिर बाय.
Yeah. काट दो यार, काट दो. सारे क्या?
वही क्लास कर रहे हैं.
Why are you running? अभी कहाँ होगी भाई खत्म?
सर कहाँ गए?
कोई क्या पता होने लग रहा हो कि मैं तो क्लास ले रहा हूँ.
मैसेज आया उसी का भी देख.
मैसेज तो यार बच्चे कर रहे हैं. यार ये तो अंदर
ठंड लग रही है.
बादाम खाओ भाई, अगर तुम्हें ठंड लग रही है.
फिर इसको क्लास को खत्म करें, क्या करें बताओ.
अरे स्लाइड आगे बढ़ा दी सर ने. स्लाइड चेंज हो गई.
ठीक है, तो
रन
ऐसे ही
किया?
सर विल कंटिन्यू।
वो कोई ग्रुप में मैसेज कर दो।
सर ने स्लाइड चेंज कर दी, मतलब वो तो पढ़ा रहे हैं। कॉल कर लिया तेंद्र।
सर को पर्सनल मैसेज कर दो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे कोई।
पर्सनल भी नहीं दिखेंगे वो, कॉल दिखेंगे कॉल। उन्नीस सौ 40 पहुंच गया सर, तो कंप्यूटर मैं कर दूं क्या कॉल? कॉल कर दूं?
I called him up, but उन्होंने फोन काट दिया है।
सर क्लास ले रहे हैं, सर को डिस्टर्ब मत करो।
सर ने बोला ये कौन है जो मुझे डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है मेरी चलती हुई क्लास में?
यार राहुल
सर का घर कहाँ पे है?
सर का घर चला गया घर पे।
ऐसा है, I will block you if you will try to behave like this. So please behave like an educated person. So just now I have changed my internet. So someone was complaining that I'm not audible. So am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
You are audible.
Thank you.
Yes,
very
sir.
much. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So what I was talking about is a little bit about the background and history of how spreadsheets came into existence. Although computers were invented in 1940s, but it was made available for personal use in 1970s. And before that, it was available only for industrial use. The size was very big, so only it was not possible for a single person to afford a computer for personal use, because it was costly also, it was bulky also, and it was changed. The scenario was changed, and the person who changed this scenario is in front of you. Who is this? Can anybody tell? Okay, and they founded what? Apple Computers. They manufactured computers, and so there is one more story behind these Apple computers. Another person, Dan Bricklin and Bob Frankston, they are also associated with the story of Apple, and they were students in 1970s in Boston. Students were asked each week to review financial ledgers and then recalculate all the numbers on them based on changes requested by the professor. Now that meant some very long hours of work with handheld calculator. Some of you might have done BCom. So in BCom, you might be aware of the balance sheet and income statement. So what will, if we tinker with data, say for example, if cost increases by this much, how variables will increase, how profit, how sales will get impacted. So this was the kind of job that they were assigned by professors. So so manual calculation was taking a lot of time. So they thought, and Dan and Bob thought, maybe there could be a better way. They purchased one of the new microcomputers that were available at that time, and they wrote a program for one of them that put financial ledgers on computer screen. The result was the electronic spreadsheet, VCCalc, the original killer application. It was the spreadsheet that drove the huge sale of Apple computers and launched the personal computer revolution. So it was basically the software VCCalc. I mean, it was the you may call it the father of Excel. because this was the original spreadsheet software. And this was the original spreadsheet software that basically drove, that was the reason behind the huge sale of Apple computers. Because accountants needed kind of software that can help bring ease to their work. Because manual calculation, manually managing a lot of data, accounting data was difficult for them. And this software, that is VCCalc, helped them in doing their job in a better and efficient manner. So this is how old ledgers look like. Accounting entries were done on a register, the different register for different types of accounts, that is known as ledger. So the entries were made in a manual manner. So whatever calculation are supposed to be done is also done by manually, and we cannot. It is possible to play with the data. If we have written something, we cannot change that without cutting, that number, or without any, writing. So this software, VCCalc or spreadsheets were originally invented for the purpose of to help accountants and finance. So finance and account is the first industry that benefited from the invention of spreadsheets. So spreadsheets made the processes required by accountants, financial analysts more efficient. Spreadsheets are not just calculating machines. Here you can play with ideas. So spreadsheets are basically more than calculators. It's not only a calculation. Calculation can be performed. Of course, calculation can be done in spreadsheets also, but it's more than a calculator. So we can play with ideas. We can examine ideas from qualitative perspective. We can play with different ideas. Say for example, there is some kind of analysis that is known as scenario analysis. What will happen if analysis? What will happen to this if this happens? In next year, there is inflation. If there is economic recession, what will be the growth? If there is boom, what will be the growth? If there is stagnation, what will be the growth in that case? So this is called scenario analysis. So this is a kind of playing with the data. So we can play with the data. We can play with different ideas.
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt. Sir, can you please repeat this point? Scenario analysis one.
Scenario. We can imagine, we can create different scenarios. Scenario means, say, I'm just giving an example for economic. If we are talking about economic situation can be, boom, recession, or maybe stagnation, or normal condition. So in normal case, what will be the profit? In optimistic case, what will be the profit? In pessimistic case, if there is a recession, then what will be the profit? So these are three scenarios. So in one scenario, our estimation or guess of the profit is this. If in bullish case, in optimistic case, the profit will be this. So when tinker with the data, we can create different scenarios in spreadsheets. This is one of the this is more than calculation. Calculation means just 2 + 2 is equal to 4. Of course, that can be performed in spreadsheets, but spreadsheets are basically more than just calculation. A lot of other things can be performed. For example, modeling and scenario, or playing with the data, and analysis can be performed.
Sir,
Say for example, Yes.
So, your voice was breaking in between. So, you told about 3 points. If recession happens, then what will be the profit? So, you said something about bullish. I didn't get that word.
Bullish, bearish, and normal. Bullish
Okay.
means if you are optimistic, then it is another term for that is bullish. This word is more synonym, widely used in stock market basically.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you, sir.
using spreadsheets, one can model future, play around with different decisions. A lot of business decisions require analysis. So
Sir, my apologies to
spreadsheets can.
interrupt, but sir, your voice is
Okay.
glitching in between, so we are not able to understand the complete points.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It's
sir.
breaking off a little by little, and it is very difficult
Yes,
for us
sir.
to understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So maybe you should use a Google
Yes, sir.
Meet for class.
Yes, sir.
As for the internet connections concern
Hello.
that I'm using, that is very strong.
No, sir.
There is no problem with the internet.
Your voice
And,
is
till
Yes,
now,
sir,
I
internet
am
connection
using
So I'm sorry again,
Yes, sir.
but
We are
actually
not
the
lying,
slides
sir.
are available, but your voice is not at all audible. Like it's breaking a lot in between.
Sir.
बोलिए बिलाल, क्या बोल रहे हैं, बोलिए.
So we are not able to hear you, sir, if you're speaking.
हो सकता है कि देखिए, the internet is the problem of internet is not on my side. तो हो सकता है कि आप जब 70 स्टूडेंट्स हैं तो उसमें से कुछ को इंटरनेट की प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. So what can I do in that?
सर ये Zoom ऐप में ही मसला है सर. Zoom ऐप पे
So
हमेशा
maybe you
होता है
should
ऐसा.
switch off your video and you should switch off your video. In that way, that the internet connection might get strong from your side.
ऐसा है कि मैं अब तक सारी क्लासेस इसी पे लेता हूँ, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि मुझे और आई एम यूजिंग पेड वर्जन. It's not a free version, and I'm paying from my own pocket, so I know what I'm using, and I know I use it professionally also in some other contexts also. So what I will suggest to you is kindly check the problems from your side. The problem is not from my side actually.
Sir, now
So
you are
even if-
audible.
सर एक्चुअली अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हमने दूसरी क्लास भी की थी तो वहां पे सब कुछ सही था.
Sir, now you are audible.
Sir, it is clear now, sir. Sir, for me, you are fine.
अच्छा, ठीक है. So that's for today. We will meet in the next class.
Okay, sir.